Peace, love, and beautiful creation, everyone. Happy More Love Monday. I wanted to come on and just talk about how our traumatic experiences, no matter the magnitude, our experiences are our own and they're not to be judged by how horrific they may or may not be. How they block our energy fields from being receptive, from receiving anything, and how we are utilizing today, because today is the day of the moon. Today is Moon Day. Um, to work on our receptivity. How can we be more magnetic? How can we connect our electricity, that's the electric energy, with our magnetic energy? How can we merge those two? So I wanted to talk about how I do have some notes here because I can go all over the place, and I was really inspired to speak about this because that's something that I've been working on. And I got a download last week. Doesn't matter when, but I did get a download about how I noticed that my own energy has changed. Like what I attract has changed. And how we can, and you know, how I decided, I made the conscious decision, like, I don't want to attract this or that anymore. I want to be more receptive to love. That was my main thing. And I spoke to my ancestors, not only about giving this message, but about my own ways of receiving and why, you know. It comes from our self-worth and how we feel. What we feel subconsciously is what's projected out into our conscious reality. Okay. So if you feel like you're only worth a small amount, breadcrumbs and this, that, and that type of energy, that's what you're going to receive. You're going to keep attracting lower vibrational energies. But once you change that, once you make the conscious decision, like, you know what, I don't deserve that. I do deserve to be loved genuinely, wholeheartedly, from the opposite energy's highest vibration as well. That's what you'll begin to attract, because I'm going to give you a personal experience. I'll probably give you a couple. One that showed me recent, like just in my face, like I was starting to feel like, you know what, I'm not attracting those low vibrational, no matter what I have on. They give me so much respect, like instantly. I was in the mall one day and I walked in and it was a group of dudes. They were all melanated men. They're probably like about 6 of them. And when I tell you, they cleared the path so that I could walk through, and no one was disrespectful. I was like, hi, how you doing? Hello, hi. Oh, move out the way. I was just like, okay. That reminded me that I changed my frequency. My energy is different now. I just received that, thanked them, and I kept going. I didn't expect anything. They didn't expect anything. They weren't trying to come at me. They were so respectful. So because I raised that frequency within myself, I decided to attract more respect and not think so low and so poorly of myself. It's sad, but that I was in a very low vibration for a very long time. And we get, you know, instead of getting upset with the fact that I attracted these energies and I attracted these type of friendships, it's friendships too. I was just using the dudes as an example. Those are all reflections of what we feel within ourselves. You know, I used to feel awkward. Like, you know, if I can't, like, it's just more, I didn't receive compliments well. I always felt like I had to hurry up and tell them, like, oh, well, I like your shoes, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, instead of just receiving it, say thank you. Just say thank you. And that presented itself to me recently as well. I'm gonna stop trying to be date specific because I'm not. The young lady was just like, oh, I like your hair. And I was just like, thank you. You know, just thank you. Just thank you. Even when I was wearing Tati was going through the struggle. I had to RIP Tati. Tati was going through the struggle, and I was still getting compliments on Tati. I was like, "Oh, Tati look crazy on camera." In my head, I'm like, Tati is starting to look crazy on camera. One more person compliment me. I said it to my mom, like, because just joking, I was just like, "Mom, if somebody compliment me on Tati one more time." But I received the compliment. You know, if they do have something that I noticed, I naturally compliment them back. And was one other young lady, because her hair was really cute, was laid. And I love when hair grows out, like when it's dyed and then it grows out and you get that dark root. And that, I was like, girl, I like that. If she had like in waves, it was pretty. So I definitely counteracted her her compliment with a compliment because it was genuine. But the other young lady, it was at the laundromat. She wasn't even dressed. And I just thanked her for my compliment, not knocking her because she was just having a laundry day. I'm just saying, like, she didn't really have anything for me to be like, well, like your toes, they out. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I used to be. I used to feel like I had to hurry up and counteract your compliment with a compliment. And that comes from self-worth issues. That comes from feeling like you don't even feel worthy of that compliment. I've even distanced myself or cut people completely off that I knew had a really low vibration, because I'm like, that's not what I want to be around anymore. You do have to do that. When you are serious about your spirituality, when you're serious about raising your vibration and becoming more magnetic to the things that you desire, you have to separate yourself. And it can be like, it's going to look how it look. But you know exactly what you're doing it for, because you're trying to attract higher vibrational energies and you're working on your own magnetism so that you are open and receptive to these higher vibrational energies, right? Yeah, what else I was saying? Because we're all connected in these cosmic realms. We are all connected. The way we can instantly repel people subconsciously. I've done this. I see you coming, I'm like, don't even. Don't even, and they won't. But I'm realizing that sometimes, you know, that could be blocking a blessing as well. That could be your trauma. You know, depending on where I am, I'm like, don't come over here. Don't say nothing to me. Don't even look over here. Don't even try it. So my point is just, in order for us to recognize what we deserve and what we desire, we have to get to that frequency. We have to do the inner work. That has a lot to do with facing your traumas. If you come from being abused in any way, shape, or form, emotionally, sexually, that's pretty much all they are. Emotionally, sexually, physically, that I feel like they all tie in to each other. So it's all in the same category. They really don't, one doesn't outweigh the other. It's traumatic. That trauma shuts down your whole energy field. So the moment somebody comes out, you could subconsciously attract something that you want. Say it's your dream dude, your dream girl, right? You put out in some way, somehow, you may not even be aware that you did it. You sent that energy out that you want this is what you deserve. And it could be from you being sick of where you are, with who you're with, or whatever, or what you've consistently experienced. It comes, that individual comes, it's like, boom, the universe is like, all right, here you go. You're real good at manifesting. You're really good at putting it out. You're really good at saying what it is you want, but you're not good at receiving it once it shows up. It show up and you ain't ready. It show up and you instantly repel it because of your traumatic experiences. Come on, somebody. Because this is exactly what I've done myself a couple of times. Sometimes we don't even realize that we've manifested something. All we talk so much about manifesting this and manifesting that. I'm manifesting this and I'm gonna manifest that. And the next thing you know, it comes and you instantly reject it because you've been traumatized in some way, shape, or form. What I'm working on currently is just more love, more higher vibrational friendships. I'm not knocking my past friendships. I just, my eyes were open to the fact that I was closed off. So I wasn't, these individuals didn't really get to know me because I would not let them, because I was shut down emotionally. My heart had to crack open. I had to keep hearing these crazy things and allowing spirit to tell me the truth. Because sometimes the individuals that it was coming from, I'm like, man, just relax, like relax, mind your business, relax. But the divine was like, yeah, it's true. And I was like, damn, shit, well, I gotta cut them off. Because I don't want no parts of that. I want high vibrational, no secret, snake and faking, none of that. I don't want any of that around me. So if it was within me in some way, shape, or form, but it was projecting out in a way that I probably wouldn't have even done, please, spirit, work with me with that. Let's work on it, because I don't want that in my life. And you don't deserve that either. So whatever it is calling for us to really just tap in within our own energy and get clear and get ready and be open. You know, instead of saying like, I have manifested, you know, I don't know, a brand new truck. But then that truck come, you get a loan for it, and you think it's a damn scam. Something come in the mail and you think it's a scam. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Stuff like that. Just little, I don't know. But it's just so very, very, very important for us to own our energy, recognize where these things are coming from, tap into our subconscious minds of where these things are coming from. Separate yourself. Recognize your own energetic field and how magnetic you can become just by making the conscious decision to do so. I want to magnetize this to me. And when it comes to me, I'm not going to shake up. I magnetized. It was in my grasp. It was in my grasp. But this self-worth issue that I had, I got choked up. Couldn't even talk to the individual because I felt like they knew too much, knew more than me. And I felt away. I felt like, oh my God, am I dumb? Like, oh my God, am I stupid? Oh my God, like I can't say anything, but I have so much to say, you know? Yeah, that has to do with frequency. I had to be honest with myself that I was coming from a lower vibration, that I still was within this space of me. I was more so emotionally abused. So that's really hard to come up out of. Any form of abuse is hard to come up out of, but when you've allowed yourself to be this vessel for emotional issues, emotional confusion, and you allowed your light to be dimmed, you allow those attacks on you, it can be kind of taxing once that reality hits. It's like, wow, I did this to myself. Like, I really allowed this to happen. So you have to literally climb out of that deep, dark hole. And it's real. It gets so real, y'all. It gets so real. It gets so real. I'm gonna pause for a second because I always have to check myself so that I'm clear and concise on what it is that I'm offering to you, because I do not want to go rambling on and on and on. And I also do not want to lose what it is that I'm trying to say. It's really important for me. So, that self-love, when I speak of that, giving yourself more love, wanting more love. And I said this last Sunday because it come in all different ways. When I finally realized that it was okay for me to be my loving self, I feel like I set my soul free. I feel like I set myself free to just be myself and not expect anything, and not because that was my lower vibrational self expecting. I gave this, so you should give blah 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 blah. I gave this, so you should be giving me that. You know what I'm saying? No. Sit down, sis. Sit down. That lower vibrational self, I feel like it's just an unhealed shadow. It's an unhealed shadow. And once you start to work with yourself, and once you get in tune with your shadow self, you won't feel so bogged down by it. You won't feel, I didn't even write that down in my little notes. I was just trying to, because I did have some other messages. Yeah, it is. Okay. It does have a lot to do with balancing out your own energy. And when you're in the beginning stages of this, you will kind of dibble. You may go in and out. You'll go back and forth between your lower vibrational thinking and your higher vibrational thinking. And it doesn't go away. I'm not going to say it goes away. It literally, it's like the voice gets smaller and smaller and less loud. You won't hear that side of you owning the show. And I've said this before. Sometimes I feel like a broken record. That's why I don't really, sometimes I feel like a broken record. Because a lot of this is redundant. And that's another thing that when dealing with the cosmos and dealing with the universe alone, it's like, it's simple. We make it so hard and so difficult. We think it's so far outside of ourselves when it's not. This whole thing is not outside of us in any way, shape, or form. It's pumping through our blood. It's pumping through us. I just keep feeling like a filtration system. Like your blood is also a filtration. It goes through its own cleansing cycles as well. So that's where a lot of this generational curse breaking is coming out. You're cleansing your blood. You're cleansing your soul. You are masterfully cleansing yourself. And it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. Just take that time. Take that time within yourself to embrace every single side of you. And that's something I say a lot too. Embrace every single side of you, because it'll always be you versus you. Sit with your ancestors. Talk to them. Sit with them. I asked today, I was like, do y'all want me to talk about this? That's what I was just like, there's some things I want to talk about. Y'all want me to talk about it? Is that okay? Ask permission from the divine, from your ancestors, from your bloodline. What message do I need to offer today on this beautiful More Love Monday? Talk about receiving. We talk about putting out so much, but we don't talk about receiving. We do not talk about putting ourselves in a position to receive it, because it'll show up. And I used this example last Sunday about receiving more love and how I'm raising my frequency to love. And it's beginning to show itself to me through the communication of my family, through seeing my nieces more. I got to see my nieces 2 weeks in a row. And that's pretty good. That's pretty major for us, because my brother's exhausted. We all got plans and things that we're doing, and not plans, but like, busy lives and chasing after children. And it has not eased up. My son just texted me, oh, when you go for a ride, you know what I mean? he be having his plans and things of that nature. Like, he's on his way to driving, and I'm like, I'm releasing that control. But yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap it up here with this particular message on More Love Monday. And I will see y'all in the next video, because I did have another download I wanted to share about masculine energy and guilt, and it was pretty heavy this rising. So I'm gonna go ahead and record that video. Thank you for sharing your energy with me. Everything is an energetic exchange. I appreciate you more than I could even express. Shout yourself out and show yourself so much love every single day, every single moment. But kind of reflect on how you are receiving anything that you manifest. All right? Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, all that wonderful stuff. And I'll catch y'all in the next video. Peace.